I've got a really quick video here on standard forms. Could come up on higher and foundation. Standard form does get a little bit more complicated than this, but this is just the basics, okay? So worth making sure you know what you're doing. So if you've got a number here like this, and it's asking you to convert that into standard form, here's what we do. So first of all, at the moment, we can say that decimal is at the end. We know that standard form has to be something times 10 to the power of something else. This first value here must be less than 10, okay? So it must be less than 10 and greater than 1. So what we need to do is figure out where we can move that decimal. So I can move the decimal to here, and that would make this number less than 10, but also greater than 1. So it's going to become 6.3, and it's times by 10, and we're looking at how many spaces we move this decimal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 6.3 times 10 to the power of 7. So if you've got a really big number, it will be a positive indice. Let's look at this next example here then. So slightly different now because it's 0 point, so it's a really small number. You're still going to move your decimal to here, so it becomes 8.42. But this time, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. It's times 10, but this time it's to the power of minus 4. Okay, so when it's a really small number, if it's a 0 point something, then it becomes a negative. Okay, last bit down here. So now if you're asked to convert the number into a normal number, so 4.6, so we know it's 4.6, it's 10 to the power of 7. So what I'm going to do is just put a load of zeros after that number, because I know, because it's a positive integer, I know it's going to be a really high number, and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where my decimal would go. So this would become 4, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So that number would be 46 million. Okay, and then if we look at the reverse of that, we've got 5.6. So I write my 5.6. This time it's a minus 4, so I'm going to put my zeros in front of that number, and then I'm counting here 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces back, so it becomes 0.00056. Okay, remembering that a negative integer as an indice becomes a 0 point, and a positive number as an indice becomes a massive number. So that's 46 million compared to 0.00056. Okay, so that's standard form in a nutshell, really quick, the basics.